Saunders. And I'm pleased to have on from East Catholic from the girls basketball program, the combo guard junior, Liz Rose McGurl. And she's been dominating on the court. I mean, averaging close to a double-double. She just was coming off a 30-point, victory for her team and the program. And she also got, it's not a turnover chain like in football, but it's the player of the game chain. Hopefully she'll show that to the people who'll be watching this interview. Liz, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It's always good to be able to have conversations with athletes from the state and East Catholic. And I was just talking with you as far as from the boys, because they get, I mean, so many championships. Coach Riley does a great job. Obviously, the names who've come through that program, Matt Nowling, who's at Yale and has been there for a couple years and such. And there's so many good players to come out of there. But girls basketball too, there's talent that comes from there as well. And you're one of those players who will be amongst the line, right? Who've been able to hopefully play at the next level. Um, but looking at it from this season really quick, I mean, you were telling me about AAU. How much has that meant to your game early on as you came into the season?
I mean, coming into the season, like I knew like what my role is to do for our team to win.
Hmm.
I knew that it would be important for me to be a leader more, like get rebounds, not just have Uriel down low getting all the rebounds, and
Hmm.
to try to take more of like a point guard role because usually I haven't done that. But especially now, I try to translate like all the good things that I learned from AU. Like I had good coaches, I had teammates that like made me so much better. I just try to translate that over into the season.
Do you think in some aspects that being a part of the AAU team that you had with the coaching staff helping you, because I'm sure in AAU you scored, but obviously from our conversations, you weren't that 40, 50 point scorer, at least like what you've been doing early on in this season, right? So do you think in some ways it kind of helped not balance you, but maybe kind of kept you level headed and seeing the game from more than just being a scorer? Does that make sense?
100%. Like we played against a bunch of amazing players, like some of the best players like I've ever seen, and I played with great people. Like it just helped me become well rounded. Like I know last year I was more focused on just hanging around the 3 point line, but now I'm like I want to go in and I want to get a rebound or like I want to steal. Like I play better defense now, 100%.
Was there a particular player during the AAU tournament side, or even just in general during the times that you've been playing, where maybe it was tough early on, but you found a way to be able to go up against that player and got the best out of both that player and yourself?
I mean, even my teammates, like I had my teammates were Liana, like Salmon from East Hampton, Bailey Winner, like Emily Rao, like going up against them, I 100% feel like I got better. Like before, I'd be scared to guard players like that, but like after going against like them, it's like if I can keep up with them, like I could do other things.
To me, it almost sounds like, and if I'm wrong here, tell me, but I think almost like a confidence thing, right? Because like you said, going up against those players, very talented, but you got to be at your A game because if you're not, they can make you look bad. And I'm not saying bad
Mm-hmm.
like you're never going to play, but like, they're talented and they're going to try to get your best and vice versa. Do you feel like once that confidence was gained, that not saying the rest of the way has been easy, but confidence is the biggest thing when it comes to sports?
I mean, all throughout like playing basketball, I've never had like the most confidence, but just like playing with the people like that, like seeing like being able to play against good people and being able to score against them, like you think like if I could do that against like some of the best players, like I could do that against other people and just like being able to guard them, you're like it just gives you like more of a boost. And that's something that I've definitely needed throughout like my whole entire like basketball career.
Coming into this season with Coach Malone being a part of the head coaching staff and doing such a fine job, has only been part of the job for a couple years now. Um, Obviously he's seen now you for a couple years, obviously your class in general, right? Talk to me about the expectations that he had specifically for you. I mean, was that something that changed as far as during your AAU season, during the time in the summer leading up to now? Talk to me about that.
I mean, last year coming in as a transfer, like he obviously expected me to like play a role, but especially this year, like after losing our seniors, we only have 2 seniors on the team. He expects like me to be more of like a leader. He wants me to make other players better while making myself better. And he expects me to push myself, and he's gonna be harder on me than he is on some of the other girls.
Now, with him, coaching you harder, again, there's always going to be, okay, where is that line? I think coaches, in a lot of ways, have to know, like, okay, can I push this player a little bit harder? Do I have to ease up on them? Like, almost like, can I scream at them or can I not scream at them? Which one can they handle? But for you, again, the confidence aspect is massive. So he, as a guy who I know, being able to know his players from, okay, this is what I can do and this is what I can't do, it sounds like to me he knows, okay, this is what I can do with McGirl, right? This I can push her a little bit here, and then I can take my foot off the gas pedal and just let her be. She'll figure it out. What says you?
I definitely think like if I'm not playing well, he's gonna tell me, and he's part of the reason why my confidence has gone up. Like he believes in me. Like he's definitely been like one of the best coaches I've ever had, and he knows like if I'm in practice and I'm goofing around, he's gonna get me to lock in, like because he knows how good I could be, and he pushes me to get there.
So what does he is it something he says? Does he give you a look? How does he get you to lock in?
He'll definitely give me a look like you need to be quiet, or like a can you pay attention please? Like he'll say it more stern, but he never really like screams at me or anything.
That's, coaches, like I said, always know how to be able to find ways to get everything back on track. They seem like they always do. Obviously, with you being one of the leaders, like you said, you only have a couple seniors, which is really good when you think about not just the present, but the future,
Mm-hmm.
because you have so many players potentially coming back over the next couple years. And you talk about a window. I mean, I don't know if you follow any professional teams, but if you've got a young team coming back, and usually that helps for that window of success and trying to get to championships and such. Um, what were some of the things that you had conversations wise with your teammates coming into this year?
Um, we definitely we had our goal set from the end of last season. Like our goal is to go to Mohegan Sun, not just like be there, but win a state championship. Like every single day, like we remind each other
Hmm.
the end goal, getting to Mohegan Sun, making a run in CCCs and stuff like that, and just like not just like everyone be like, oh, East Catholic boys basketball is good, but East Catholic girls basketball is also like they have a great program going on, and they have great players, they have a great thing going on over there.
And I was just about to say that. And again, this is no disrespect to the boys' side. And I've said this for a couple years now, as far as for girls basketball in general. It doesn't get the same attention as a lot of sports. Obviously, with boys basketball, it's looked at in a different light than girls basketball. So is that something that you and the rest of your teammates know about, like both the sport maybe not getting the attention it deserves, but also too well deserved for the boys basketball. But like we talked about, let's not forget, girls basketball is pretty good at East Catholic as well. It's nothing to gloss over.
I mean, obviously, like boys have won many championships. Like Coach Rye is a great coach. He's made great players, but like we've all had our fair share of like we want the attention that like they deserve. Like we just like because obviously it's like we're going to be at Mohegan Sun, and at the end of the day, we're going to be ones getting our school like a day off after we win it.
Oh,
So
wait, seriously, you guys get a day off if you win?
mm-hmm.
Dude, that's sick.
It is.
Everybody would love you if that's the case, because then you don't have to go to
Mm-hmm.
school the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Some extra motivation, right? If the ring
Mm-hmm.
wasn't enough, then you get a day off too.
Exactly.
That is really cool. So I just want to hit on that one last point too, as well, as far as the aspect with the East Catholic side and the girls basketball side. Um, how do you guys feel as far as with maybe some of the lack of attention that girls basketball in general gets, right? For whatever reason, I don't know why it's viewed as maybe like, oh, who cares about that? Oh, what happened on the boys' side? Do you guys see that? Do you hear that? How do you feel about that?
We definitely like we know it. Like there's never gonna be as many people as at our games as there's as the boys. Like obviously the boys team's great. Like
Mhm.
it's one of the best parts of going to East Catholic is just being in the boys student section for like the games. But we know we deserve the respect, but it's all right if we don't get it because we have our team, we have our coaches, we have our parents. Like it's all we ever need is each other.
And I feel like you guys do draw well, obviously because of the parents and the respect that the program has and the school has in general. And I mean, you guys have had a great season thus far, 6-1. Only loss was to Rocky Hill, the third game of the season, lost by a couple points. But you've been able to take care of business, and specifically for you, you're not only dominating on the boards, but you're being able to, like, talking about a combo guard, being able to do multiple things. Where I think that, that's why I said it was cool that you play, and it's not like a true position, but it's kind of a combination of two. And I think being able to have that gives you such a versatile tool shed. What says you?
Mhm. I think so too. I mean, we have great regular, just like point guards. We have great shooting guards on my team, and being able to just like be where my coach needs me to play at that moment is really important. Like, if I need to be a point guard, then I'm going to step up and be a point guard. But if there's someone else that's doing really good being a point guard right now, and they just need me somewhere else on the court to score, then I'll go there.
I would think because of what you're doing, Liz, that your confidence must be as high as can be. But at what game, and if I'm wrong, you could tell me, at what game early on did you feel like, all right, this is different. I'm feeling it. Nothing's going to take me down, and you're still on that high, which is what you are. What game was it?
I would, I'd probably say the Manchester game, honestly. I mean, first couple games of the season, I didn't think I was like playing the potential that I could be. Like I didn't think I was playing bad, but I didn't think I was playing as well as I could possibly be. But the
Mhm.
Manchester game, like I felt like I played like I did everything that I should, and I thought like, I mean, it was a huge win for us. Like playing like our rivals, our crosstown rivals,
Mhm.
like that we haven't beat in a couple years. Like I felt like it was super important. Like not just for me, but like my team, my coach.
Is there a particular player at the college level or the WNBA level that you watch? Obviously, Caitlin Clark at Iowa, Paige Buchers at UConn, and there's many, many others to go through. Is there anybody that you watch and try to pick up some of their, I don't want to say skills, but some of the things that they do and try to add that to your game?
I would definitely say Deja Kelly from UNC. Just like she's more of like a combo guard, and like she won't just settle on shots. She'll definitely go to the rim and stuff.
If you, okay, I want to ask this just because, again, the combo guard and being as versatile as you are, if you were to guard Clark from Iowa, how would you guard her? I'd love to hear
Oh,
that.
I would definitely try my best to face guard her. I mean, it'd be very hard, but I definitely try my best. I will not give her any space because she'd shoot it at half court on me and probably make it.
I was just about to say, I mean, I saw she made a game-winning shot. I think it was against, I want to say it was Rutgers. I could be wrong. She made it from basically the logo, which is about
Yeah.
mid-court. So if she's doing that on you regularly, I mean, are you just kind of like, all right, what do I do? I can't do anything else.
Yeah, I'd accept that she's a really good player. And I mean, that game winning shot, that girl was playing pretty good defense in her face, but
Yeah.
I would definitely try my best to keep up.
I mean, at some point, it's almost like, all right, well, what do you want me to do? I mean,
Yeah.
I can push her and then I'll get called for a foul. You want that, you know? But that's really cool to hear that. I always like to ask as far as how would you do against players at the college level or even pro level. It's always good conversation. Liz, I appreciate you coming on.
Mhm.
Obviously now we're at the part of the season where now it's marathon time. There's no more Christmas. There's New Year's is done with. There's no more really stoppages. Now it's
Mhm.
things are going to start going, right? And before you know it, it's going to be tournament time, and then it's crazy how fast the season goes. So
Mhm.
with looking at it from the perspective of it being now, I say there's three seasons in basketball. You've got before the holidays, after the holidays, and then you got tournament time. Right now, you
Mhm.
guys are in the second season. So, what are some things that maybe you guys feel like need to be improved on? Because if people look at your record, they would think, oh, there's not much. They lost one game by a couple. They were in the game. They're doing pretty good. But I feel like there's maybe more to that. What says you?
I think one thing like we could all improve on as a whole is just probably probably our defense. Like I definitely think like I mean a lot of the teams that we play, they play fundamental defense where it's like it's hard to score against them. But for us, like we have spurts where we play amazing defense,
Mhm.
and then we just have spurts where it's like, oh, like they shot it, it's over with. And, like definitely crashing the boards because we like sometimes we do rely on Uriel, but when everybody crashes the boards, that's when we start doing really well. Like that's kind of what worked for us second half of Manchester. It's like they stopped getting all their offensive rebounds, and
Mhm.
that's when we start getting our lead.
Do you feel like that if you guys, and again, being able to crash the boards, I feel like it's kind of like Jeter when I don't know if you watch baseball, but Derek Jeter said it takes no effort to hustle, takes no talent to hustle. Crashing the boards, I've always believed, and I didn't play basketball at a high level at the high school level. Obviously, college I didn't, but I feel like when I'm broadcasting games and I'm watching players go get with rebounds and such, a lot of it's effort. Now there is some talent to it. There is some because I know Rodman made a career out of it when he played for the Pistons and then, what he did with the Bulls and such. Um, but to me, being able to crash the boards, being able to get rebounds, it's more of focus, timing, and just effort and just
Mm-hmm.
wanting. So,
Mm-hmm.
not questioning that you guys don't want it, but if you can unlock that, I feel like that could be kind of a new level of potential for this team. What says you?
I 100% think so. I think over the past couple of games, we started doing more. Like we even do a drill in practice where it's basically like you just got to get the rebound, and if you don't get the rebound, you're going to continuously get it. So you get a certain amount, and
Mhm.
we've 100% been starting to incorporate that more into our games like lately. But like especially just getting the rebounds, it'll give us more opportunities for offensive putbacks and just pushing the ball like up because like we're like a pretty quick team. We're able to outrun teams, so it just open more opportunities offensively.
What can people expect from you the rest of the way? And hopefully it's going to be getting more of that chain again because that was pretty cool.
um, I think you would expect me to like. I mean, after the last game, I definitely think I'm going to stop settling for shots as much and definitely start going to the basket more. And
Mhm.
I definitely think driving, kicking, and defensively being more of an asset, especially like helping on the defensive end because we're going to play great players throughout the season, and I want to be able to guard them and make sure that they don't have their best game all season.
Liz, I appreciate you coming on. Best of luck as far as the rest of the season. And hopefully, if I have the opportunity to broadcast at Mohegan again, hopefully East Catholic, it's almost a guarantee. I feel like the boys are going to get there. It's like Bama for football. It's the East Catholic Invitational. Who wants to come to that to play them, right? But it'd be cool to see East Catholic girls there as well for girls basketball to kind of maybe give the school 2 days off from school. Why not?
Exactly.
But Liz, I appreciate you coming on and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.
Always. I'll wrap things up in the CT Sports Talent Show. So next time, stay safe. Remember, CT stands for Connecticut Talent. I'm Jerry. Find them all. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and be well.